What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I know I said I was gonna make a labor and delivery vlog, but I didn't have a chance to do that because, you know, I was hurting a lot. And if you ever been pregnant before and had a baby, then you know what the pain is. So I wasn't able to, film the whole thing, but I did get like some pictures and videos of me pushing him and stuff. Before you start, please like, subscribe to my channel, press that notification bell. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and that like button. Now let's get to the video. This right here is Jaden, my newborn, my first child. Sorry I didn't keep y'all updated on YouTube about my pregnancy. My pregnancy was rough. So I really, to be honest, didn't feel like filming anything, but I do have like some pictures of my pregnancy and stuff like that. Y'all see he's trying to cry. But this is Jaden, y'all. My baby. Okay, so today's video is gonna be about labor and delivery story time. I'm gonna be telling y'all about how I had him, like, the process of what I had to go through and how long I was in labor and stuff like that. And I'm gonna also be putting videos and pictures into this video so that y'all can see. So basically it was a Monday morning around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. For some reason I couldn't go to sleep. Like, some just told me, you can't go to sleep. And I couldn't go to sleep at all. So, I didn't go to sleep. I was on my phone. I was looking at, other labor and delivery vlogs on my YouTube. And I was just looking. I didn't think nothing of it about me going into labor. I was just looking at those labor and delivery vlogs. I was looking at those the whole pregnancy when I was pregnant. And I just decided to look at one Monday morning. And I was looking at it, and it was about around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was still up looking at, labor and delivery vlogs. And my stomach started to hurt. So I was like, maybe I gotta go to the restroom. So I laid there for a minute, laid there. And my stomach just started getting worse. So I just went to the restroom to see if I could use the bathroom. And I started bleeding. But it wasn't like gush blood. It was like light blood, like little tints of blood, spots and whatever. So I called my mom in there. Well, I called my boyfriend in there, and he was like, that's probably nothing or whatever. And I was like, you sure? I probably gotta go to the hospital. I might be in labor. And he was like, no, you're not in labor. Da 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 da. Like, you know how men are. My boyfriend wasn't ready because this is his first child. But I told him to go get my mom. And he went and got my mom. And my mom said, my mom was just told me if I, my mom just told me if I feel like if my pains get intense, let her know and she'll take me to the hospital. And she also asked me that I wanted to go to the hospital, and I was like, no, not yet. I'm gonna wait. Knowing me, I'm scared to go to the hospital. Like, I'm literally scared. Like, so my mom go back, lay down, and my boyfriend, he come in here and he lay down, go to sleep. And I was just, you know, I came back in here and I laid down. And I downloaded this contraction app on my phone because I felt like I was having contractions. And I remember when my doctor told me if it lasts more than a minute, then it's a contraction. So I was like, okay. So it was lasting more than a minute, and they was far apart, and they was hurting really bad. So I was tracking them, and they was kind of randomly off. So I didn't think nothing of it. And then I tried to go to sleep, and that didn't work because every time a contraction hit, I would wake up out of my sleep, and it hurt so bad. So it got to the point where I got back up and I went back to the bathroom, and I used the bathroom, like I peed and I wiped. And when I wiped, I looked at the tissue and it was my mucus plug. So I was like, okay. At first I thought, okay, it's a blood clot. So I went and I called my mom and I showed my mom, and she was like, are you hurting? And I was like, yes, I'm hurting really bad. And she was like, do you want to go to the hospital? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just see how bad it's gonna get. So I went back and I laid down. I could not lay down. Like, it's like the pain got worse when the mucus plug came out. I didn't know it was the mucus plug at first until my mom told me when I got to the hospital. So the pain got so intense. Like, I just got up and I was like, Mom, can you take me to the hospital? So we got up around 6. I say about 6. We got up and went to the hospital, and my mom took me to the emergency room, and they took me to the delivery part of the hospital, the women's center, I think that's what it's called. And you know, the nurse, they put me in a room, and a nurse came in, and she had checked my cervix, and I was only 1 centimeter dilated, so I was in labor. And she was like, they can only keep me in the hospital if I'm like 3.5 or 4 centimeters dilated. That's the only way they'll admit me to the hospital. So since I was only 1 centimeter dilated, I had got sent back home, which is not something that I wanted. So we came back home, and my mom told me to lay down, try to get some rest, try to sleep or whatever, and she had to go to work. So she went to work, and I tried to lay down next to my boyfriend, and it's like I tried to go to sleep and the pain was closer, like the contractions were getting closer. So I was like, no, I can't do this. So I stood up and I just started rocking back and forth, back and forth. Every time a contraction came, I rocked back and forth, back and forth. And I felt myself about to throw up, so I went to the bathroom and just started throwing up. And then I called my mom and I told her that I was throwing up and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, well, I'm finna get off work. So she had to get off work early. And she had came home and she was like, we about to go walk around the track because since you 1 centimeter dilated, you need to dilate some more, and walking will help you. So she called my grandmother, and my grandmother came down here and got us, and we went to a track, and we started walking for like maybe an hour. We was walking for like an hour, but that whole hour I was walking, them contractions was just hitting my ass. Like, I don't know. The day was just hurting. I couldn't even walk. Every time the contraction hits, I couldn't even walk. So after that, we came back and we went to my grandma's house. And we went up there and sat up there for like 30, 40 minutes. And the contractions, my grandma was trying to braid my hair up because my hair was looking a mess. But she was trying to braid my hair up, and I was sitting there, and those contractions was just hitting me, hit me. And my mom was like, "Well, you need to go to the hospital." So we went to the hospital, and they checked me again, and they was like, I was 3.5 centimeters dilated. So, word of advice, ladies, if you're 1 centimeter dilated, or you dilated at all, and the hospital send you home, go walking, and you will dilate more. Your baby will come down more, because it really helped me out a lot, like a lot. So back to the story. It was like around, I say about 10. Mind you, my boyfriend don't even know that I'm at the hospital. Like, all he knows is that I went walking with my mom and my grandmother. He don't know that I'm in the hospital. So it's like around 10 o'clock or whatever. They check me, and they say that I'm 3.5 centimeters dilated, and they was going to admit me to the hospital. So they finally admitted me to the hospital, and y'all know this virus out. So the nurse was like, the nurse asked my mom, "Are you gonna be the one that's staying with her? Because only one person can be here." And she was like, "No, her boyfriend gonna come." And she was like, "Well," the nurse was like, "Well, he gonna have to hurry up and come, because we about to take her to the delivery room. And once we go back there, can't nobody switch out." So my mom called my boyfriend, and she was like, "You need to get to the hospital. She in labor, da 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 da." And my boyfriend was like, "Y'all in the hospital? She in the hospital? She in labor?" So my mom was like, "Yeah, how long is it gonna take you to get here?" He was like, "About 10 minutes. Man, it's like he flew on that highway, because, mind you, he was at work. My boyfriend, he had got up and went to work. And his job is like all the way in Atlanta. And it's like he got there in 5 minutes. Like, he was just flying. And so he got there, and my mom, she kissed me, told me, let her know or call her when I start pushing and all that. She gonna check on this and all that. So my mom left, and my boyfriend was there, and I was just in the bed, just having contractions. And I was hurting so bad that it got to the point where I started crying, and I was shaking real bad. And my boyfriend just got up, and he was trying to comfort me, and he was trying to, like, tell me, well, he was really trying to talk to me and trying to get my mind off the pain. But luckily, or sadly, it wasn't working, because I kept focused on my pain that I was having, the contractions. But he was still trying to talk me out of it. So he was very helpful and supportive the whole time I was there. And I was like, it got to the point where I was like, where the is the nurse? Like, where are they? When they going? Mind you, they haven't even changed my room yet. Like, I'm still in the regular room. I'm not in the delivery room yet. I'm still in the regular room. So I was in the regular room for like an hour or so, in there hurting. And I'm like, where is the nurse? Like, I'm hurting. Like, where's the nurse? Like, where are they? So we get there. The nurse came in and was like, "All right, well, you need to get out of bed and get into his wheelchair so we can push you to the other room." Da 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 da. So I was like, okay. I got up, got in the wheelchair. I'm still having contractions. We go to the delivery room and I get in that bed. I'm still having contractions. And then the nurse came in and got the nerve to ask me, am I getting the epidural? Y'all should have seen my face. I looked at her and I was like, yes, I'm getting the epidural. Like, I want that epidural. Word of advice, ladies. Epidural, I thought it was bad. I was scared to get epidural because I am also scared of needles. But I really didn't even feel the needle go in my back. I didn't feel anything at all. It was just pressure, and it really didn't even hurt. So, just letting y'all know if y'all gonna get the epidural. Back to the story. I got an epidural. It took them like 30 minutes to bring the epidural in the room after I got in the room. So I was in there hurting really bad. Like I started crying. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like I just kept saying, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like my stomach was hurting so bad. My back, the lower part of my back was hurting so bad. Like it felt like I can't even explain it. Like it was hurting so bad. So they brought me the epidural and they put the epidural on my back. After the epidural, the lady was like, you should feel pain like once or two times more before you start to go numb. I didn't feel no more pain after they put the epidural in my back. When that lady said that I might feel one or two pains, I didn't feel anything. It's like my whole body just went numb, just like that. And epidural was my best friend. Like when I tell y'all, epidural was my best friend. Epidural was, it felt so good. Like I didn't feel anything. My legs was numb. I couldn't even move I could move my feet, but I couldn't move like my thighs and my legs. I couldn't move them at all. But I got an epidural around, I say about, because I got in the delivery room around 1 o'clock. I got the epidural around 2. So I was just in the room. So, I was laying there, you know, I could get some rest and everything, like I was sleeping. And then I just started to get sick a little bit. Like I wanted to throw up, but I didn't throw up. And I was just sitting there. So the nurses came in and out, checking on me. They was checking my cervix. And I'm gonna show y'all I took a picture and I was like, when the nurse came in and she was like, all right, she checked my cervix. It was like I was 5 centimeters dilated. I'm gonna show you that picture right now. So yeah, I was 5 centimeters dilated, and I was 5 centimeters dilated, and I was halfway there. Like I was happy. I was getting happy. I was ready to push. Like I got tired of sitting in that hospital bed. So we just sat there. Then the nurse came back in there and she checked my cervix again. And I was like 6 centimeters, 6.5 centimeters dilated. And then she came back and checked me again, and it was like taking a long time for me to dilate more. So they started to put me on Pitocin. I think that's what it's called, Pitocin. They put me on Pitocin and I started to dilate more. And after a while, the nurse came back in there and I was dilated. I was like 8 centimeters dilated. So she gave me a peanut ball to I didn't take a picture of the peanut ball. I wish I did, but I didn't. But she gave me a peanut ball and put my legs over the peanut ball, and she was like, this should help you dilate more. And you know, when she was like, this should help you dilate more. So she left, and I was just sitting there on the little peanut ball, and they had already called the doctor in there because they was like, I'm almost ready to push. And so I remember the nurse telling me if I feel like any like hard pressure in my butt area, let them know, because that's a sign of the baby's coming. Like if it feel like I have to doo doo. So so I was like, okay. She left, and I was on the peanut ball for like, I'd say about 25-30 minutes. Mind you, I was already 8 centimeters or 8.5 centimeters dilated. And when the nurse left, about 25-30 minutes later, I was feeling like pressure in my butt, like I had to doo-doo. And I was like, maybe that's not it. I'm gonna just wait a little bit longer. So I sat there, and it was getting intense. Like, it wasn't hurting or nothing. It just felt like my whole freaking butthole was gonna come out. So I was like, yeah, I told my boyfriend, I was like, you need to call the nurse in here because I think it's time. And so he went out, told the nurse, then he came back with the nurse, and she checked my cervix, and I was 10 centimeters dilated and ready to push. Because when she put her hand in there, when she put her hand in to check my cervix, she felt the baby head in my the thin part in your vagina was, she said that it was gone, like it wasn't there anymore. So my cervix had opened up really wide for the baby to come out, and she said that she felt his head. So she was like, I was ready to push, and she was like, she gonna go get the doctor. So she left and went and got the doctor, and she came back and told me that the doctor was on her way. And she asked me, did I want to do any practice pushes? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I was doing practice pushes. I'm going to show y'all the video. I was doing practice pushes. And I have the video of me pushing. It's not much, but it's something for y'all to look at, so this video won't be so boring. But I was doing practice pushes, and the doctor had came in, and the doctor seen that I was doing practice pushes, and she told me to keep going. And it got to the point where I was doing practice. When I was doing practice pushes, my doctor came over, and she checked me again, and she felt his head like right there, and she was like, yeah, you ready? And then she was like, all right. She put on her little gown thing, put on gloves or whatever, and she was like, I need you to give me a big push. And I gave her a big push. And after that big push, I felt so like, y'all gonna hear me in the video. Y'all gotta listen. When she asked me how do I feel, and I told her that I felt lightheaded, because after I pushed, when I was pushing, I wasn't pushing towards my butt area. I was pushing the air in my head, and it was making me nauseous. It was making me about to fall out. Like, I was literally about to fall out. Like, I got dizzy and everything. And she was like, you can't push towards your head area. You need to push towards your butt. And she was like, and one of the nurses was like, if you need to let a little air out, just do that. And I think that's in the video too. When I was pushing, I was letting air out my mouth. So let me show y'all the video.
Deep, big breath like Dr. Jones was talking about, okay?
We'll take that breath first. Let me see you do it.
And push all that in your bottom, okay? Ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Set, go. And push,
Yep.
push.
Yep.
Come on, harder. Come on, right in your
Good.
bottom.
Yes, like that, like you're having a bowel movement. Yep, it's
You
going to
feel
be a lot of
lightheaded?
pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
And try not to make your face puffy, because
Yeah.
that will make you lightheaded.
That's gonna make you
You're going to push
lightheaded.
only down here. Don't let your cheeks blow up like this. Don't do that.
Right.
Just try to push down, okay?
And if you have to let out little spurts of air while you're pushing down, that's okay. Like if you have to take that big breath and then go,
Doing good.
that's okay. Okay?
So what else we have?
Because it'll help her not to blow so much, like push so much of her face too, you know?
Thank you, ma'am.
Now try not to what? Fall out?
Yeah, that's good for the in your head. We're going to do it down here. We're going to keep that breath down low, okay? We can get her phone out. Well, if this little blue dress comes out, that means you're getting close, sweet pea. Okay, with the next one, I want you to get upset, okay? And use that to push the baby down.
You're having one now.
Yep, let's do it.
Right in your bottom, not in
Big
your
breath
face.
in. Let's
Okay?
go.
That deep breath.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Right in your bottom, right
Not in
here,
your
right
face.
here, right
Just
here.
in-
Come
yeah,
on.
just in your bottom.
Come on. Yes, Mom, yes.
Okay.
Good.
Breathe. Do it again.
And again, right back at it. Don't rest on it. Go. Yes, Mom, yes. You're doing so good. You're doing awesome. Just like that. And breathe again, that deep breath, and then the same thing you just did, but harder, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep going. Let that air out if you have to. Good. Keep going, don't let up. 3, 2.
Okay,
That
so
was
deep
good
breath.
though. That was good. That was good.
I see.
You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Before I was like, Dad, you want to see him? I was like, I'm good. Now he's like, oh, well,
Look at
now
her pretty face. You'll look at your son in a minute.
he's right here.
Tell me what you're feeling.
Pressure in my head.
Okay. We're still getting it up top. We're gonna, once you're doing that breathing out, that should help with that.
So try to take slow, deep breaths while we're waiting for the next one, okay? And you try to close your eyes during the middle of the contraction.
And visualize the same muscles you use to have a bowel movement. Those are the same ones you're gonna use to have the baby.
So your contraction's building up, okay? Think about that air and think about pushing that baby down, okay? Ready?
Let's do it.
Take that deep breath. Fill those lungs. And push right down where my
Like
fingers
that.
are. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Mom.
Blow
Good
past
job,
it.
good
Yep.
job. Blow past
Good.
it. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yes. Now take a quick deep breath, deep breath, and do that same thing. Good. Blow out with it. Good job, Mom. Awesome. Great. You're doing so great. One more. You got one more.
Let's do 3.
And push. Keep Keep blowing, and keep giving me more. You're not giving me enough. Push, 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 push,
There you
push,
go,
push, push,
like
push,
that.
push.
Good. Okay, breathe.
Good.
Okay. Let's put her leg down. Let's give her some oxygen. Okay.
You're doing good, Mom.
Perfect.
You're doing awesome.
Then bring your step stool down.
Okay.
Good job.
Is she right at step 4?
You know what, Russell? I'm not as little as you. We're gonna go
Hey,
on one of
can
these
you do me a favor?
So after that, I was pushing, and the doctor was telling me, you know, she was telling me push harder, and one of the nurses was like, we see his head. She told me, she was like, we see his head, you need to push harder, and his heart rate was going down. And she was like, he don't like, one of the nurses was like, he don't like the position that he's in, you need to push. And she was like, his heart rate is going down, you need to push him out right now. So I was like panicking, and I'm like, okay. And when they told me his heart rate was going down, I was like, okay. Like 5 minutes later, he was out. They told me to push. I pushed. They told me to push harder. I pushed harder. Like, I was scared. Like, I didn't want to lose my baby. I didn't. So I pushed him out, and the doctors gave him to me. When his head was out, the doctor asked me did I want to touch his head, and I was like, no, because I already knew if I would have touched his head, it was gonna freak me out, and I don't know why, but I was kind of sensitive to that type of stuff. I did not want to touch his head because I felt like if I would have touched his head, I would have gave up and was like, I can't do this, I can't do it. So I told her that I didn't want to touch his head, and that I wanted to keep pushing. And I was pushing, and I pushed my baby out, y'all. I pushed this big hunk of junker out. Y'all see this hunk of junker? I pushed him out. But I pushed him out, and my boyfriend cut the umbilical cord. They gave him to me, and I started crying. Like, I literally started crying. I was like, I can't believe I just pushed out a whole freaking human being. Like, I just don't understand. I don't know. And I pushed him out, and I was crying. And then they took him to weigh him and stuff. And he was weighing 6 pounds, 8 ounces, and he was 19 inches long. And when he came out, he wasn't crying at all. Well, he did a little cry, but it wasn't a long cry. It was just a little cry. And then after that, he just stopped crying. He was just a peaceful baby. And I was just like, why he's not crying? Is he okay? And the doctor was like, yeah, he's okay. He's just looking around and all that. So they weighed him and all that. Then they gave him back to me. And I was so happy. Like, I don't know. Like, I was very happy that I had my child. Pregnancy was very stressful for me. It was, pregnancy was hard. But I got through it. I had my hunk of joy. But, that was the story. Thank you guys for looking at my video. Thank you guys for listening to my story. This is Jaden. Let me introduce y'all again to my baby. This is Jaden, y'all. Jaden Rashad Phillip, my baby. This is him. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. If you're new, please like and subscribe. If you're not new, please tell your friends about my channel. Hit that notification bell. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know y'all been waiting so long for this video to come out. And sorry that it took so long for this video to come out. And I'll be back with another video. Peace.
Who is that? Is that Seth? I felt Seth. Look. Did your area damage do